to lean in.
What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. We're here for the Real Housewives of Miami. We missed last week. We're here this week. Ain't like we missed much, but welcome back to the lean. Hey, Danny. Hey, Chase. How y'all doing?
Good, and you?
That's very subtle for you, Chase. Very like usually be like, hey, but it's very like
she's very dainty today, just dainty.
I don't know if I like dainty, Chase.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm sure it'll translate well. I see.
Chase, take
look
a shot so we can take a shot so we can get Chase.
Absolutely not.
You said what?
I told him take a shot.
Oh
so
Lord, not tequila Chase, not Toya. Current Toya, not Tacky Toya. Tequila Toya.
Okay.
You know, not Tacky Toya, child. Hey Nushka, dang Nushka, we was coming. She said Nushka. So where y'all at? I'm like, we was coming. Dang. Somebody had to get a little moisture.
Hey Noosh.
Listen, Nushka, baby.
Hey though.
I was asked what? E. Okay. You didn't want none of it. I had to go put some lotion on real quick. Sorry.
I may be still a little assy, child. Okay. Well, if you're in the chat, give us a holla. If you're watching, the replay, then give us a like. Either way, like this video to support the channel and subscribe also so you can get notifications when we're live. And we make posts such as shows like Ladies Who Listen, RuPaul's Drag Race that are not live shows. Hey Aaron, my bestie Aaron. It's gonna be an interesting show because we're talking about 2 episodes. Episode 9, which was last week, we missed it to talk about, and then this week's episode 10. Hopefully you've watched it. If you have not, either leave or stay because I don't want to spoil.
Well, just stay. You already here. Let's
start with episode 9. We kind of gonna focus on some hot topics of the episodes, not because the episode honestly they really weren't giving. I think we can all agree. This is episode 10 now, and I believe they have 14 episodes this season. 13 or 14, I believe. I think I read. So, and the reunion is already shot. So the season is coming to an end. It's clearly coming to the end. But last week they were still in the Hamptons, and I think 2 weeks ago, we were trying to figure out who was the person that was sick. I thought it was Gertie. I thought I saw a little brown arm, but I guess I did. It was Julia, and Julia basically got really drunk and she didn't really admit to it, but got really drunk, had like dehydration and stuff like that. And Adriana, who she just recently got best friend engaged to, is very supportive of her and like freaking out, and she don't want to do nothing. Now, mind you, this is the same day as what's her name? Larsa's jewelry event on top of the roof. The event on top of the roof. And so,
because I thought they was going somewhere for the event the whole time.
I really thought this event was somewhere else. I did not know it was going to be on the roof. So I was like,
she took them somewhere. She took them in the hot ass sun.
And that was a whole nother fight.
What a mess. Hey Morgan. Hey Demisio.
Hey Morgan.
Hey Morgan. Hey Demisio.
Is this not Sam? I'm like, who is Samuel Adams? Hey Samuel.
Hey, Coco.
like the beer.
Pico.
I said, who is this trade right here, child? It's just
trade.
It's just Sammy. I'm just talking. So then there's a big, thing going on. Like I said, Adriana is just kind of like, people are thinking she's overreacting because basically they just like, girl, she got a hangover, she'll be all right. But it turns out she's like really sick. So that happens. And then did y'all want to say anything on that if I move to the next topic?
My favorite part was Nicole telling Alexia, girl, I'm the doctor. I know what I'm talking about. Please stop.
Oh, she did. Yeah. Because Alexia was just like, oh no, she's this. And then Nicole did say that. And that's very true. I mean, I didn't see any issue with it. You see any issue with it, Jace?
No, I
can barely hear you guys. The issue with
Nicole. So basically Nicole telling Alexia that she was the doctor. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's saying.
No, like, girl, back up.
Right. I mean, they were all kind of overreacting to an extent. I get it, like homegirls out. But child, Julia was taking them damn instructional ass shots. So that's how she got so damn sick 2 episodes ago. So hey, it happens.
Listen, I got a hangover now and I'm at work. Child, please.
Right.
With the pickle juice.
With the pickle juice, and then you turn around 2 times, spit around, touch your nose. I'm like, girl, what? So that's why she was hungover. That's why she was sick. So then after that it's kind of resolved. They get ready for the event on the roof. I keep saying on the roof, emphasize because that's what it was. The jewelry event on the roof in the sun in the Hamptons. And as they all sit down, Adriana joins them a little late because she was attending to Julia. And I guess there's an issue because she wants to move the little shade thingy over to her. She didn't want to be in the heat or whatever. No, actually, she wasn't last. Lisa was last. Lisa was last. Adriana managed to get away from Julia, get ready. Lisa came last. Adriana wanted to sit in a cool space. She had to move the thing over. Lisa didn't like it. They going back and forth. This was actually what I was like, okay, they need something else to argue about, child. Because at this point, like, they arguing about a seat. I mean, we've seen
that
this
was
before.
it was so draining.
It was so draining to see them like really go back and forth about a seat in the heat.
And I hate to be on Adriana's side, but she was right, girl. I got here an hour early, even after taking.
Oh yeah, she got her. She got it with that. When she said that, basically she got, I'd have been like, Lisa, girl, you late. I know you can say it's my seat.
Lisa, I have determined that I would never want to go on a trip with Lisa. If we was going on a trip, keep her away from me. Cause
I don't even want to go to lunch with her. I don't even want to go to lunch with her.
Yeah. No. She's not a fun girl. She seems to be more so all about herself. You know what I'm saying? When you go on a group trip, it's bigger than just you, especially if you ain't planning the trip. Unfortunately, you kind of got to take a step back. You know what I'm saying?
You got to roll with it.
She don't know how to do that. She wants her own this. She wants her own that. And it's like, girl, I'm pretty sure you knew coming to this that y'all was going to be. I mean, so many of y'all. For one, it's like 12 folks in this damn cast. So, I mean, there is very little 12-room houses.
Let's keep it clear too. It's 12 of you guys on a reboot on Peacock. Girl, give it up, honey. You're gonna be in a bunk bed, girl. Get over it.
Exactly.
You ain't even on the network.
Girl, you're gonna be on the bunk bed, child. It's too much. I can't.
Yeah, Lisa's very annoying with that. And then I forgot what else happened in the episode. What else happened in the episode? Did anything else happen? If something else happened in the episode, in the comments, please let me know.
The friend engagement.
No,
was that episode?
Friend engagement was episode 8. That was at the little table.
Oh,
yeah.
Something happened.
Nothing really happened. If something else that I missed in episode 9, let me know.
Birthday thing. They had Lisa's birthday
we
thing.
Got to hear
Julia finally came.
Oh yeah, she did come. She did. Okay. Oh wait, actually no. Let's talk about Marisol and Nicole because they talked again.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They did talk again, and Nicole was just like she wanted to talk to her, and Marisol was just basically like, "Girl, I really don't give a fuck what you're saying. I still feel the way I feel. You talk a lot of shit, and that's just that on that." Honestly, Marisol is dragging it. It's not even entertaining to watch, honestly, but because she don't really have any facts.
Marisol needs a moment other than being the sidekick this season.
I was confused. When did she become that girl? Like I was like, "Who?"
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
Honestly, Nicole is better than me because I would not have gone back to Marisol. I would not have.
I would have gone back and I would have cussed her out. It would have been a moment. Marisol need to be like just pull a wig or just pull her dress tag or something. Just snatch up a little bit because she just be doing too much.
That's why I can't be a housewife.
I'm gonna tell you.
That's why I can't be a housewife because I would have called Marisol ugly.
Baby, I would have hit her below the belt.
Yeah, below the belt. I would have made her want to fight me. Very much so. Say something real mean.
I mean, you know, I was gonna say, you know, you and your, but I don't know. It feel like her mama
don't do that. Don't do that, Dr. Heavenly.
I know. I won't. Listen, I just feel like her mama will haunt me, and I actually like Elsa. So, but I'm saying in Atlanta Housewives. You're not gonna eat me up down to this camera, baby. I'm hitting real nasty. I'm gonna hit you real low.
Yeah.
You and your long face.
But I think it's what you said. But Chase, I think it's what you said in the chat. It's her first season, and she's trying to maintain a level of decorum and trying to, you know, maintain her image. I think if Nicole comes back next season, she's gonna let her have it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I feel like
next season she won't be here for
it. She's not gonna be here for it because she's already annoyed. She's annoyed.
At this point. Marisol is coming off as like slightly a bully because my thing is like I don't understand her motives. Like even Nicole's logic of she's trying to do it as payback, it just sounds weird. It seems like there was already there's another reason for her to go after her. Because I mean she had the issue with Kiki at the beginning. She let that go real fast.
Well, what did Kiki say?
Because Kiki didn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that I guess she let it go with Kiki because Kiki didn't attack Alexia.
So she cared more about her friend than herself? Because Kiki
She
clearly
told Nicole that nobody has problems. She told Nicole that nobody has problems like Alexis. She don't care what problems Nicole has. They ain't nowhere near Alexia's level. Like,
what was that about?
I don't know. It's just like she's like a stand for her. Like she's like a Barb.
Who?
It's getting weird.
Yeah,
and that's crazy because Alexia is clearly somewhere talking mess about her. I mean, we think it's very true. I think we said that shit. Alexia said that shit. It will come out. I can't wait until it does.
Marisol, if you munching on the Cuban Barbie, let us know, girlfriend, because that's what it's giving. It's giving you munching on that Cuban Barbie cat. Okay, it's too much. You need to put down whatever you got going on and get into yourself.
Yeah.
I wish Marisol was into herself if she was into other bitches. That's what I think.
Yes,
right.
Because
right.
Marisol's obsession with Alexia is almost weirder to me than Adriana and Julia's bond.
Yeah,
it's almost weirder to me.
That's weird.
Yeah, well,
I see Julia and Adriana write for each other the same. I don't see Adriana writing. I mean, I don't see Alexia writing for Marisol like that. And
that's very true. Well, and also, I mean, Adriana be tripping. So I mean, Julia is just be like, okay, I'm
on the show now, girl. Do your thing.
Right. Yeah. This is a comment I think Marisol made. She was like, Marisol said Alexia is the person going through the most out of everybody. I was confused by that. I mean,
how do you know that?
What is she going through? Like, you would think the wedding is the next day and she's stressing out. I mean, what is the stress? The venue at the beach?
Maybe Peter and Todd. But that already got resolved.
I want to see more of that because at this point, I don't know what she's stressing about. She said she gonna do everything in her power to marry what's his name?
Todd.
To marry Todd. So she ain't got no ways to get rid of the son. So I mean, what's she stressing about? She made a decision already. I don't get it.
You know what? I just thought about something. Maybe Marisol likes being a friend of the Housewives role. There are some girls who actually prefer to be friends of Housewives. Marlo preferred it for a very long time. Jill Zarin is begging to come back and be a friend of the Housewives. Shamia liked being a friend of the Housewives. So maybe this is just what like Marisol want to do. You know what I'm saying?
But you know you're right because you don't have to expose your life. You could just be on there. You don't have to expose nothing about yourself.
Yeah. You can as a friend of the show, you can really start some shit
and get out the way.
But I will say with Miami's budget, we can really say Marisol is the lowest paid acting a fool for $2.50.
Oh my!
I think it's Adriana, and we're gonna talk about it more. I think it's Adriana. We're gonna talk about it more in this next move to the next episode. Any other thoughts on episode 9? We talk about 10 because 10 got a little bit.
Baby.
Okay, so
9 was a filler.
9 was a filler, definitely. All right, so we're gonna talk about episode 10 now. So in episode 10, it picks up. This is after the trip or whatever. Larsa and Alexia are talking, and Larsa is more so speaking about. She clearly knows that her comment about having a child of wedlock is an issue, and her conscience is bothering her at this point because she knows that it was wrong. But she still stands behind it. She feels justified in saying it because she felt like Nicole was judging her, so she pulled out a dagger to judge her. You know what I'm saying? And then she makes this comment and says, you know, in her confessional, she has the best marriage track record, you know,
the best resume.
Because the best resume because she's been married was married the longest. I said, now what the fuck?
But my thing is, I don't care if she was making that dig towards Nicole. If you say that, you feel that way about everybody in that situation to me.
Absolutely.
And I'm surprised more people have not come at her because that's a very strong statement to make. There are a lot of women out there who are not married to the person that they had a child by, several. So,
and she's allegedly sleeping with that younger other NBA player. She could get pregnant out of wedlock too.
This is where we've already seen it, but this is a big like red flag of you seeing her how she feels better than everybody in general, not just on this cast. She feels it in the world. I think Larsa's head is up here, and we're all, even on this show right now, we're all down here.
It became prevalent this episode, but I will say Chase and I were talking today, And I do have to give Chase his credit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when we reviewed the first episode, I wasn't here for Larsa. I said she should not be on the show. And Chase said she's good for casting. And I will say, even though I can't stand her, to me, she's like Kenya. She's good for TV. I don't like Kenya either, but she's good for TV. And Larsa is giving us some good moments on the show. You know what I mean? So
she just
I gotta
give
Chase his props.
Like the last episode.
Honey,
you know what?
At
the beginning, I was one of the ones. I was okay with Larsa being out. If you go back to roll the tapes back, it was me and Chase, and you and
me and Jamie said no.
You and Jamie was like no, and I'm still okay with her being there. I just feel like, you know, she just is a little problematic. I like that mug, Chase.
Chase, this side we got a brand. This side.
Thank you, Papa.
So all Chase care about is himself, and all I see is Chase.
Turn it around, Chase. You got a brand.
You left-handed.
I just wanted my name to show.
Oh, see. Hayes, Sammy said back up off Kenya. Demisio said Team Kenya. Ooh, child.
That's nice. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Move on.
I'm not gonna. He didn't slay her too much. If he don't like her, that's fine. Acknowledge her contribution and keep it moving. That's what he did. So that's why I didn't have nothing to say about Danny this time. We're not gonna get into
stand by your words, Danny. Danny does not ride the fence. That person is not here today. Okay. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
I mean, listen. He got me today, honey. That's all I'm gonna say. But thank you for publicly acknowledging that I was one of the ones that, you know, understood Larsa Pippen's casting. I had something I was gonna say about Larsa and how she thinks she's better than everybody. But what I will say is, to Adriana's credit, in her defense, she is one of the only ones who has either not changed on how she felt during season 1 about her, or is the only one keeping it real. Because honestly, out of the season 1 girls, the only person who liked Larsa was Christy Rice. Nobody liked her. Marisol didn't like her. Alexa didn't really like her like that. Adriana definitely didn't like her at all. And so I'm going to give Adriana her props for at least being consistent. I ain't like you then. I don't like you now. You think you all that then, and you think you all that now. And another thing, Larsa, you know, you have to be careful what you lord over people's lives, right? So I think that in one of the earlier discussions this week, Cortez, you said that you make it a point not to throw your relationship in other bitches' face because you don't know what could happen. And I appreciate you doing that because you never know what can happen. And her saying like, well, I mean, I think I would know I'm the authority. I was married the longest. So you mean to tell me you deserve a cookie because you stayed in a relationship unhappy the longest? Because that's all I got from it.
Exactly. Oh, okay. It's like, that's just like somebody saying, I've been engaged before. And I'm like, okay, but did you get married? Or I've been married before. It's like it's not something to really brag about. You know what I'm saying? It's just not something to brag about because it's kind of embarrassing.
It's not. And I could tell neither her nor Scotty were easy to be with, so they both put up with things because neither one looked like they were easy.
Very long time. And just because you stayed married for 10 years, you could have been happy for only 2
right.
months.
It probably would have been better had she left a lot sooner. She probably would be a lot happier now in general, but she stayed for whatever reason. Not saying she shouldn't.
Well, with money, if Scotty didn't have that money, she wouldn't have stayed that long.
Yeah. They saying preach. They saying hello. Go ahead, Chase.
I see you, Dumbo Coco.
Demisio.
I know his name, but that's like, listen.
You talking about Lisa?
When I tell you Lisa Gad, B-Boo.
She said DeMacchio. She said the DeMacchio.
She said DeMacchio. I love it.
Let me say this. Also, I will say, Miss Jones, Adriana does not look great, but when she's in glam, she looks good.
She looked good at Gordy's party. I gave it to her.
Even though
nicer than normal.
Yeah.
I just think that her dresses are very boxy and unflattering. Either that's her shape or she picked the wrong dresses.
And I will say that Larsa, to me, like how you said, she looked freaking amazing walking away back to her car after Adriana's thing. But when they do close-ups on her face, it's
it's a little Michael Myers. It's very Michael Myers. Yeah, it is.
Very much so.
I have nothing to say.
So we're gonna talk about this. Talk about Larsa some more too. So in the same area of the conversation about the wedlock comment, Julia has already made it very clear that she didn't like this comment. in her confessional, but she mentions it this time actually in person. She's actually with Nicole and Gertie. And she expresses how she didn't like the comment. She feels like, it's not okay to say for what, for many reasons. And I think it's Nicole, Gertie, and Julie and Kiki. Right. Yeah. Right. So basically, it seems like Julie is going to actually express it because next week, we're skipping ahead, but next week, she basically says Larsa is the only person she hasn't felt a connection with, and I feel like that is probably going to be something she brings up. If not, then definitely at the reunion. But I actually really like Julia. I think she's actually one of my faves, and so I feel like that'll be the last little bit of things she needs to do to secure a definite spot.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah, I want to see a little zzz in her, but I do like her a lot. So
I like Julia too. So let me be very clear. I like Julia. I understand her casting. At the beginning, it was I was like, okay, I'm not understanding what this is about. But I get her. I get it. But the only thing for me that I would like for Julia to do moving forward is to say how she feels actually in the moment. So if we're going to get her addressing these comments, because this is built up with her for like the last 4 episodes, it's taking us like half a season for her to get it out. So I want her to.
Hold up. TKC said, "Who is Julie? Which one is Julia?"
See,
the one that was drunk.
Martina's wife.
Married to Martina, who really should have that flamingo.
Martina should have a
mojito.
Yeah, the mojito. I said flamingo. Mojito, yes.
But they do gender roles.
I like this. Miami. And Miami.
You think Julia is like too nice, Samira? I think she has. We haven't really seen her in confrontation yet.
I think Julia doesn't like confrontation, but I think she's gonna go there with Larsa. And it's funny because we say Martina should have the mojito, but you could tell they clearly have gender roles in their relationship. Because she told Julia, "You is the housewife, and I'm cooking for you."
Mm-hmm. Anonymous John said, "Who is Julia?" My God,
Charles.
I wanted to say this. The way that it's phrased so far, looking in that the teaser for next week, is basically Julia. It's a double dig, right? Because not only have I not just been able to connect with you, and I don't like what you said, but I think the reason why she has not been able to connect with her on a more deeper level than she would like is because she feels like she's superficial. I think that's the crux.
Probably so.
She's superficial. She's judgmental.
Because Julia is very genuine. Julia is part of the most genuine person to me on that whole case.
But I want to say this too. Larsa is not a fun. Initially, when I saw Julia in that first episode, I said, "Whoo, she boring." But as the episode progressed, she's a fun girl. Like she may not be the most like girl. Like she's not the loudest person, but she's a fun girl. And Larsa is not fun. So I mean,
there's nothing about Larsa.
Larsa is not a fun girl. I wouldn't even want to take her home and bang her. She sounds boring, sex, boring, everything. Like just all of her phone. She gives me like really Kim Kardashian. If you're like very not human, just I don't even know, a blow up doll.
It's like she's self-producing herself every moment, even when the camera's not on her. She's producing herself.
Yeah,
she's fun.
Weird.
Sorry, my
she's
thing
60 seconds. TikTok. 15 minutes, IG please. I mean, IG Insta story, fun. Those girls, listen.
Nobody would want to be with her to be with her. They want to be with her for her name or her ass. But as far as like a fun time girl, she is boring.
Not it.
Boring.
But Julia gonna have to get some stones by herself. I mean, I understand having a hangover and not recovering because, like I said, I got a hangover right now, but Bookie Duke, I'm at work, honey. So get you a couple goodies, throw them on back, bring your ass on down to the thing, okay?
Larsa is a prune, but I don't think she's guarded. I think Larsa is acting and she just. Ugh.
I think she's not with the people she would rather be with. If she was with Kim and them, I think somebody said in the comments they're not her friends. These are not her friends. These are not girls she would genuinely hang with. I feel like one of the girls that leaves with her next week is one of her friends. None of these girls she feel like are on the level that she's on in my Nene voice.
Because she thinks they're all beneath her.
Correct. So
she was only friends with Christy.
She doesn't even post about the show, y'all. She don't post about it at all. Everything is just like her OnlyFans content and like just photo shoots. Nothing about the show.
She was only friends with Christy Rice season 1. She didn't, just as much as I mentioned earlier, that they didn't like her. She didn't like them. And so.
I mean, I wonder why she's there. She can't possibly need that little check.
Relevancy.
Morgan said Larsa is a starfish in bed. Okay, it's just there, and I'm talking about like I ain't even talking about Patrick starfish, like just a starfish child.
I think Patrick, I think Patrick with the boom chicka chunk chunk. I think he got it going on.
Patrick more fun.
Right.
TKC
said the Kardashians used her. Samira says, who is her people? She was kissing Kim K's ass. I mean, I think they may not have been her friend, but to them, I think that's who she'd rather hang with. I think that's
because
those were her friends, but I don't think they were. I don't think it was the other way around. It wasn't reciprocated, I don't think.
You can hang with Kim Kardashian or you can hang with Adriana. I mean, really, darling. I'm just saying.
I don't want to hang out with either.
Right.
Well, at least we know Kim K probably smell good because Adriana's like hot dog water. Anyway,
don't put no soap on when she bathes.
Yeah, she just don't look right. Don't look kept up.
Or a sponge.
So let's talk about Adriana, Larsa, and Kiki. And somebody said in the comments, while we're talking about friends, this is another way you can tell that these are not Larsa's friends. She don't really like them like that because this little girls moment was so awkward. For one, Adriana and Larsa, who put that together?
When we can even backtrack though, even when Kiki got there, Kiki's trying to have fun and talking about dicks, and here goes Larsa like the prune.
Well, so let's talk about how it all went down. So if you remember the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? They come in and they're talking about the first thing when Adriana gets there, Larsa's face kind of tenses up. It don't move, but it tenses up. It just kind of sucks in a little bit. And the Michael Myers music starts. So then she's looking at Larsa. She's looking at Adriana, and she's like, Adriana, you glowing like you been getting some meat. And Adriana's like, no, I ain't been getting no meat or whatever. So they start talking about me, and then everything's going on. She's talking about penis sizes, and so at this point, Adriana's kind of reaching because basically she, in her confession, she says that she wants to know what happened between her and Kim Kardashian, right? Now the story, I don't really know the story, and according to TKC and others, she got thrown away. On the show, she says that basically she got in between two friends, Kim K and Kanye, and she couldn't choose a side basically, and it just kind of drove a wedge between her and I guess Kim K or whatever. I don't know. So
she said she was there. They don't want her around no more because she witnessed the true story about what went on or something like that.
Right. She feels like she got the keys to the city.
Go ahead on.
And so I found it weird for Larsa to be upset about the whole penis thing because she kind of introduced that whole conversation by insinuating that she was getting meat. Because remember, she made a dig at her, and she was just like, when Adriana was like, I like him big, I like this, she was like, well, I see your man, he looked little to me. So, I feel like she kind of jumped it off, but I don't think Adriana was going there yet. So
it gave me, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It gave me when she was defending Kanye. Well, she was like, I don't want my friend, like she was defending that so hard. It was more so like, yeah, Kim's going to see this and she's going to see that I wasn't here for somebody talking about Kanye's penis. So that'll be, like she could see I was defending the girl.
Well, see, that's the whole thing about this is it made Larsa look a little weird in so many ways because it's like, okay, you already got Adriana suspecting that you did something with Kanye. People thought it at one point. And so what do y'all think? Do y'all think that, like, why do you think she was so protective of her talking about this big dick? And do you think Adriana really saw it?
Well, listen, there are people who are protective over their friends or former friends or whatever. Like, I might slay them, I can bring them up, but you don't know these people. You can't bring them up. Shut it down. You said what you said. I heard you. We're good to go. Let's keep it moving. Now you've gotten your point out or whatever your story was. All right, let's move forward. So if I ask you to stop and you continue to do it, now we're having a problem because not only are you disrespecting my friend by mentioning his private parts on camera, but you're disrespecting me now too because I've asked you to stop, and that means that you don't respect me either. Okay.
Well,
it's
clear. Well, it's very clear. Adriana had a messy moment. She really wanted to bring up that Kardashian thing. That's been on her mind since she found out that Larsa was coming back for season 4. She couldn't wait.
But you know what, though? I think that Larsa is the reason that Adriana kept going at it. If Larsa would have made such a big deal, Adriana would have let it go and keep going, and moved on to something else. But because she saw that was bothering Larsa, Adriana was like, "Oh, this is my perfect moment." Because here's the thing: do I think Adriana was lying? Yes and no. I want to believe her, but then I'm like, well, when would she have access to the same bathroom as Kanye?
Well, she said they were Art Basel. They little.
When would she be in the same space with him?
It just the whole story.
I was saying you don't have no security.
Yeah,
and then number two, I see Larsa's side, like Chase said, but then I also see Adriana's side. When you have friends who are public figures, I'm sorry, you just got to deal with them getting talked about the same way you talk about somebody else's celebrity. You talk about somebody else's friend. That's another stuff. You just got to deal with it. That's a public figure.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is.
Well, I think you got two things going on. You got Larsa. You can tell like she really wanted to say, Adriana, no, not on camera. Like, stop.
Yeah.
She really wanted to say that in so many ways, but she didn't. She just was getting more and more upset. And Adriana is messy. She don't care. She's gonna keep going and going and going. And Adriana, whereas I don't know. I don't believe she was in there either. Sammy said he believed her. Morgan said,
like old Dr. Heavenly, I believe her.
Sketchy. I just don't believe Adriana. Look, Adriana got a little song on iTunes, honey, but it ain't nowhere near Kanye. So why would she be in the same bathroom? I don't get it.
I just see Kanye locking the door behind him too. Like, what's you going to the men's? But I just, it just.
Yeah. It was an easy story to add to what she was already trying to do. She was playing off of there was something maybe going on with Kanye and Larsa. Larsa friends with Kim K. I'm gonna talk about this story about this big old dick I saw. This big old.
You know who Adriana reminds me of? Cortez and Danny.
Who?
Ramona Singer. They don't get social clues. So just like how you guys were saying that Larsa was like saying everything, but let's not talk about this on camera. You nitwit or whatever. You have to tell girls like that because you shut the F up and talk about it when the cameras are down. Like, stop it right now.
I think that Adriana did. I think
Adriana did. I forgot that she was in the art world. I forgot she has that art stuff. So that makes
you're right.
sense.
So it makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense now. I forgot all about that.
You think Kanye
West on purpose?
You think Kanye West going to see 2 or 3 paintings down to the thing like Adriana be throwing out?
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't
Adriana
know.
might have been at somebody else's event. Though.
She probably was at someone else's event. She probably saw him, but she probably see that that Peter Wacker.
She would have tweeted it on that night.
But I believe her though. I believe it's big though. I do believe that.
I definitely believe that she picked up on Larsa not wanting to talk about it. I believe she did it because she saw it was getting Larsa heated, and she was like, "Oh yes, I'm gonna keep going." She picked up on the clues chase. She just didn't care.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, she would have got a drink on her face. They said it was. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that on camera.
That's me. If I saw Kanye.
And I didn't care about them too. I felt bad for Kiki. Kiki wanted some D, and the only D she got was drama.
Kiki was over. Kiki was like, "What? How did we?" Because I mean, it did escalate weirdly. Like even when it escalated, I just feel it got really weird because I feel like Adriana was actually just like cool with it. And then when Larsa was like, "I'm letting you know what time it is," and she was like, "Don't threaten me, Larsa."
That's the other thing.
She was like, "Don't." She said, "Don't threaten me, Larsa." And Larsa said something about going from get to 100, and then Adriana said, "You can get to 1,000." I'm not. She said, "You can get to 1,000," and like she said, "I can take you down, bitch." No. That's what she said. I can take you down.
They're gonna go at that reunion, baby.
She said you can go. She said you can go to 100 or 200. I can go to 1,000 and take you down.
She did. She said, I can take you down. But I said
at that reunion. Oh yeah, that's going down at the reunion, baby. I tell you what.
I also think that just Adriana has a problem with Larsa's superiority complex. So I think if Larsa had told her nicely, "Could you not talk about my friend?" Adriana might have stopped, but it was like Larsa was commanding her and telling her, "You got to do what I say." That's literally how Larsa's tone came across.
Well, Larsa, like I said, when Adriana came, Larsa was over her. Like even when she was asking the questions about the penis size, like just in general, before it got to Kanye, she was just like Adriana should have not been there. That's supposed to be girls' night. There was nothing about that was giving girls' night. Because that
was given set up for drama.
It was right. It was a setup for drama. And so yeah.
But
Larsa Carr was already out there waiting.
I was gonna say you mentioned that the superiority complex, but I feel like Adriana, especially over these last couple of episodes, her slip has really been showing lately. She has an inferiority complex. Like, why does when anybody does anything, it's because they think they're the queen. Well, if you think they're the queen, bitches, you think you the queen?
Oh, you talking about Adriana?
Yes, God.
Oh yeah, it's not just Larsa. She has some issues. I feel like she is filming this show upset that she ain't no main cast member. And
that's exactly what it is.
Because it's like she said it about Alexia. She said about Alexia.
Lisa,
she said it about Larsa
Alexia,
earlier.
Lisa.
She said it about Lisa. Everybody is the queen. Who is there is no queen.
Gertie, I think she said it about Gertie too, right?
Well, Larsa
she said about Gertie.
She's the queen.
She said nobody likes you, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't think she's the queen.
I feel like they had that conversation.
I want to know. I hope she brings up at the reunion. So who was talking about y'all didn't like me?
She did.
Because I felt like that was truthfully said.
When she says nobody likes her, it's the three. It's Adriana, it is Alexia, it is Marisol, and maybe a little bit of Lisa. Because don't make no mistakes about it. Those are the four girls who campaigned the hardest for this show to get back. They went to each other's events. They hung out. They continually posted on social media until they got this show back off the ground. So when she says nobody, she's talking about them, and they treat the other girls on the cast like they are just like new girls and whatever. But the new girls are pulling through. So listen, speaking of new girls pushing through, I wanted to say something about Kiki. And I think that there's a lot more to Kiki than what we've gotten. I'm actually really disappointed in her edit. And
she's supposed to have a confessional this week, I thought. Did they show
her?
Did they show her confessional?
No, not yet. So I'm interested in what happens with Kiki that warrants a confessional.
That's a good question.
She's not going to get it for no reason, right?
Especially
this late in the season where it's already.
I mean, the season's almost over. I don't understand if it's like, girl. We could have seen a confessional when she was into it. Marisol, we could have seen it when she was the first time she was irritated about. Oh my god! Like we could have seen her frustration then.
You're right. But I hope she gets a second season and we get to get a little bit more, because it seems like as we've watched the episodes, especially kind of like this episode, it feels like she's starting to open up more around the cameras, and sometimes it takes people a while to get used to it. So hopefully,
remember initially she had just got out of a divorce or something like that, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how far along this has been, but I mean, I think that was fresh when it happened. Hey, Alex. Mm-hmm. I think Alex.
Well, hey, Alex. Hopefully Kiki gets a season 2. So.
I agree.
Hopefully so. Maybe she'll come back.
Bring them all back.
She's actually, honestly, she's after Nicole. She's my favorite.
Kiki.
She's just a pleasant piece of energy to be in the room.
She's good comedic relief.
She is.
Didn't she look good at Gertie's event?
She's what I thought Marisol was gonna be, but I don't know.
I didn't have hopes for Marisol.
So before we talk about this last scene, I do want to say Larsa looked really good walking back to that car and getting in the car. That was a nice little. I may try to find that
from the shoulders down. From the shoulders down.
Oh, it was definitely Michael Myers driving away, but it was. She looked good. She looked good.
Actually, no, she looked good head to toe because it was from the back, so we didn't see the face, so it was good.
It was a good walk off, but my thing is like you tell somebody, I'm letting you know what time it is, and then you leave. No, honey, you lost. So if I had to choose, even though I don't really care for Adriana or Larsa,
Adriana won.
I would say Adriana won.
She got under her skin.
She got under her skin.
She won.
And so we get to Gertie's event. Now, Gertie's event, first of all, fabulous event.
Amazing.
One of the best events I've seen on a Housewives show in a while, because I mean it was done like the whole look of it, the runway show. Like, okay, Gertie Designs, I see that you are actually in it. You know what to do. Okay.
That event let me know. I'm sorry, Chase. That event let me know that there was no budget from Julia for Tulum.
Yeah. Because at Julia's Tulum party, I was confused. I was saying Gertie Designs, but that party was everything. Out. She showed out.
Remember I said that party, like Gertie had to spend her own money on it. So Julia's party. But the only thing Gertie Design need to work on is that hair, because that hair was a hot fucking mess, honey.
I hate her little
okay, yes. The event was great, but the hair, it was just so much hair on her head. And I'm just like, Gertie, Gertie's hair is just.
And she's beautiful.
She's so pretty, but that hair is never right. And she really gave like Vampire in Brooklyn-ish big. It just wasn't tea.
They
But
gave beauty store wig. Synthetic is what it
was
gave.
just heavy.
I said, what in the 1994 In Vogue colors on her head?
Heavy.
I agree, Miss Jones. I'm a hater too then, because she definitely looks bad to me.
Oh, Miss Jones. We was talking about Miss Jones said she hated. She don't like Larsa's look. Yeah, so everybody agreed that the event was great. It was probably one of the best.
Even Alexia agreed.
Yeah, it was nice.
Well, she couldn't hate on that one.
And so when the event starts, Adriana is basically going around to everybody and telling them about her argument with Larsa. She's so proud.
So drained.
She's so, it's like, Gertie, this is what happened. Alexia, let me tell you about what happened with me and Larsa yesterday. Blah, blah. And so these two really don't put too much in. Sorry, Gertie and Marisol. Now, when she goes to Alexia, I noticed that Alexia she basically tells her. And so she was like, "Did you talk about that?" And Alexia was like, "It's almost like Alexia was like, oh, Adrian, that's not cute." I don't think she really liked what because did she tell her? She told her about the Kanye thing, the Kanye penis size thing.
Well, Alexia is judgmental too, so
yeah, she is. But I'm kind of glad that she wasn't just like listening. It's almost like she wanted to be like, "That ain't cute."
And she was like, "Oh, girl, like that."
Yeah, she didn't like that.
I also think Alexia was really enjoying herself at that party and didn't want to hear no mess or drama.
Child, who won't? Let me be quiet. Let me shut up.
Adriana's creating.
I think Adriana is
herself the one on this show because the antics are slowly aging and phasing her out of the group.
I feel like Adriana needs to. What she told Gertie, "Don't nobody like you." That's starting. I feel like that's starting to apply to her.
Yeah.
Wait. The best part of this whole season, I think that may be like the read or the own moment, like somebody got owned, as people like used to say. Nobody here likes you, Gertie. Well, I like her.
Oh, with Martina. Well, I like her.
Martina clear, dog. That's how you clear.
Yeah. Let me look in the comments and see what's going on. TKC said Adriana used to be my favorite. So what happened? TKC, let me know why you have changed your mind because I ain't never liked her.
Maybe I started watching season 1 to get today again for a little bit, and I could not recognize Larsa. From now.
She looks different.
It's been 10 years.
10 years like her nose got bigger now.
10 years of Botox.
A long, hard 10 years.
Long, hard 10. She almost 50. I mean, that's not old, but she is the work she's doing to herself is just making her look. She's aging. The work is aging. Yes, the work is aging.
That's exactly it.
The way the work is aging, and she's getting more, and it's just too late.
Look like Lenny did her work. She's looking like, I guess Lenny did her work. She's looking like Lisa to me because Lisa's not a pretty girl either.
Yeah, Lisa, they got the same face, honestly. If you just look at them, they have the same. If you can take hers off and put it on, you'll be Lisa or Larsa. You can be one of the two.
Speaking of Lisa, Lenny do not like that bitch.
The mama or the husband.
No, Lenny.
Oh, Lenny, the husband.
Don't like her. He lays into her every chance he gets.
He got her together when she was trying to justify her reasons behind like not wanting to be in the room with somebody. He was just like, that's not real. That's not real life. That's not realistic. Like, no.
And when she said, "I'm just like your mother," and the mother was like, huh.
Yeah.
Lenny is the definition of got your ass. Thought you had a friend. Like, you be like, answer no. Actually, I don't agree with nothing you did.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
Oh yeah, TKC. So you like Adriana when she was against Joanna? Okay.
That makes sense.
I can see that. I mean, listen, Adriana has fans. People will be like, I see all the time in the comments, why she ain't got no mojito glass? Why she ain't main cast? And I'm just like, I mean,
But this is the season that made me totally dislike her. I never disliked her before. Now I dislike her. Now it's like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like something from the Cats movie. She do like something from the Cats movie, but they kind of both of them do actually. So Larsa arrives. She arrives late, and not even late to like from the start of the event, but she arrives after the fashion show, with somebody on her, some guy, I don't know who that was or whatever. And Adriana is there, and Adriana basically stops her and wants to talk. And this is where she starts to address her better than attitude. This is where Adriana basically is the first time saying like she feels like Larsa thinks she's better than everybody.
And Larsa said, "Yeah, I do."
She was like, "Yes, you do." And Larsa was just like that. Honestly, I asked you to stop. You didn't stop. It's kind of what Chase said. If somebody say stop, then stop. But this is what she said. I think that's a valid point. I mean, TV show or not, she should have just stopped. But it's Adriana, so she doesn't really respect her like that, so it's not gonna happen. And so that's what I was gonna ask y'all, but we kind of already talked about it, like whether or not you think Adriana should have changed the subject instead of just going it. But I mean, TV purpose, she did. So
yeah, I hate that was happening at Gertie's nice event. It made Gertie. Because Gertie didn't really know what was going on. All she saw was Larsa coming extremely late and then causing a scene with Adriana at the event. So
I know I didn't like that.
She started making comments about Larsa, and I'm like, girl, you really need to get on Adriana. Not
you
Larsa.
Exactly, because Larsa just walked in. She really didn't want to talk to her, but I mean, it's first person she saw.
She was gonna be. You could tell Larsa was gonna be fake and pleasant to Adriana cordial and keep it moving. She was going to say hi to her and keep it moving.
Yeah, well,
I guess Gertie was like, not only did you come here 2 hours late, but you getting into a fight. You know what I'm saying? But
and it looks like she started it.
Yeah, it didn't look good for her. It didn't look good for her because she already was late. And when you late, like, girl, I don't know what wrath you about to get, but you wrong in all ways. Breathe. I'm mad at you the whole night.
remember at Adriana for Larsa's event at the house, Gertie was the first one ready, and I understand that she was already there, but Gertie was ready before Larsa was.
Everybody was over there. Everybody was on time for Larsa's event on the rooftop selling jewelry with the social media thing.
Except Lisa.
We should have talked about that event because that event was quite tight. I was confused because she was just like, "Oh yeah, guys take pictures with everything." I'm like, this is so cheap. Like this whole launch is just so like cheap to be like, I'm having a jewelry event to show my jewelry. And I want social, like her mindset of marketing is like so
social media. She thinks social media.
Stupid.
That explains why she acts the way she does. Everything in her social media, she thinks everything at any moment.
She thinks this is Emily in Paris, girl. Get out there and put this in somebody's catalog and get something going on. I thought that was a very like lazy attempt to have something. The whole thing.
It's financially efficient.
But she got enough money. She got enough money. She buying houses over here in LA for her son. Don't forget, son, as I said. So
don't get me started on that son, honey. What was I gonna say? Hopefully when Gertie addresses it, she's like not just like Larsa. When you came, I would be like, Larsa, Adriana, I'm really disappointed that you guys got into it at my event. Larsa, you were 2 hours late. And I know that she started with you, but I'm just disappointed in you guys both as a whole that y'all chose that time and that place. Now it's the Real Housewives of New York used to always say, now it's not the time, now it's not the place. Like that's totally a now it's not the time, not the place speech for both of them. So hopefully,
hopefully she addresses Adriana too. I mean, Gertie and Adriana have already had the issue. I really wish they would expand on that some more. I really wish she would have been like, when she made that comment about everybody not liking me, is this true? This is what I would do. That would sit in my head until I addressed it. Okay, I would have to get to the bottom.
I would go down the line. Julia, did you say that to her?
I would have did it right there at the table.
Marisol, did you?
Yeah, you're right. I would have definitely said it at the table.
It would have happened at the table. That nobody shut her down, but.
This is a good thing right here. So it's a small world says for Rich Housewives, I thought that Gertie would brought more money. She didn't make her goal. Was that announced on the episode? I didn't see that part.
I don't know if she made her goal.
I don't see it either.
I don't know if they did they already announce how much money she made for the event. The dresses were nice too. I mean, I would wear a few.
Yeah, they were.
Listen, a fashion show with fashion.
Listen, she came in there, Ace Saray and all them good fashion shows. Doris wedding gown fashion review. She ate them all up. She did a really good event.
Lisa Nicole,
not the Lisa Nicole Cloud collection.
What else is going on?
So they said that she made like 18K. Samira said she made over 18K.
Well, that's a shame. That's a shame on the attendees.
Yeah, hopefully she brings it up.
But it was close.
They could have done it a little more, but you know how they do, Chad. Don't get.
Hopefully Larsa gave something coming 3 hours late.
Well, that's what Miss John said. I hope Larsa bid on every single dress for being that late.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
I doubt it too.
I don't think she done did anything, if you ask me, but
she doesn't give that girl.
No, she don't. That's she got her little lunch money from Scottie Pippen, so she good, yeah.
Everybody else had a driver. She drove.
Oh, the goal. So the goal was 25K, and she only made 18K. Okay, yeah. So
that's
what are the
good.
other 7K? That's crazy. And that was, I mean, it was a really nice event, and the calls was like so great too. So
the good thing is
Kiki
18.
Yeah,
I think so. The good thing is $18,000 going to a foundation in Haiti. $18,000 will get a nice chunk of stuff over there. That's
don't give it to the Red Cross allegedly.
No, ma'am.
Well, that pretty much was all for the episode. The next episode looks like that's where Julia and Adriana have an issue. Well, Julia kind of calls out Larsa about not, getting a connection with her, and then I guess this is where Adriana makes her blurt, where she talks about how she got to ask like Kim Kardashian, but she would never be Kim Kardashian. And what else was in that preview that we saw? Something else happened in the preview. Was that it? It was something.
Adriana want to get her ass snatched up. That's all I got to say.
Well, their reunion is gonna be a mess. They're gonna be screaming, baby. They're gonna be yelling. Adriana she got that little blue ugly outfit on, baby. She ready to read. When you wear
the reunion is going to make having to sit through about 10 boring episodes. I feel like we only have 2 really good episodes this whole season. The reunion is going to be worse having to sit through all this that we did.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. Well, I am going to send the link for a few callers. We have talked about everything we need to talk about. So before we let anyone else on, be sure to like this video. And if you are watching the replay, let us know what you think about in the comment. Let us know what you think Adriana should have moved on from the conversation. Was it inappropriate, or was Larsa just tripping? And do you think Larsa did something with Kanye? But put it allegedly first, though, because we don't want to get in trouble.
That's another reason why.
I ain't got time for Kanye.
Well, I know I allegedly don't care.
You allegedly what?
Don't care if they did or not.
Oh. This old news anyway.
I don't use either one.
All righty. Hey, Demisio.
Hey.
What's going on? Or the Macchio, the Makio. They be calling you everything now, Chad.
Listen. Let me tell y'all something. Stop playing with my name. Stop
playing with the comments.
No, I want to say. Hello. No, I want to say first of all, before I get into the show, they better quit playing for Kim Kardashian and the cease and desist the Bravo.
That's what I was gonna say.
For study talking about her every episode. Now I want to start with Nicole and Marisol. Now I have liked Marisol throughout the season, but she is dragging it with the Nicole thing, and I agree. If I was Nicole, baby, after I got done talking to Marisol would never like me again. I would have talked about that bad book as body and everything else under the sun, honey. But anyways, now moving on to Larsa and Adriana. Now I do agree that Kanye is a public figure, so she can't technically tell her to stop talking about him. But at the end of the day, Adriana should have understood too, though, like, as a friend, and I'm going to use the quotation marks, as a friend, if someone asks you to stop talking about something, you should respect that person and do that. But I will say this. I enjoyed Adriana this entire episode because she was getting under Larsa's skin, and I loved every single moment of it. That was the best shit I had seen throughout the whole season, and I was here for it because I personally don't really care for Larsa like that any damn ways. She's very fucking boring. She ought to be glad that Adriana was giving her a damn moment any damn way. She ought to be praising her because, girl, you ain't did shit the whole season, but that knockoff jury line. So you ought to be glad that Adriana's actually giving you. Well, I guess I'm low. But anyways. Though, she ought to be glad that Adriana's giving her something to actually argue about at the damn reunion. She ain't did shit. She ain't did nothing at all. Nothing. So you ought to be glad that somebody's giving you a mama girl, whether it's Adriana or who else. She ought to be glad. She ought to be fucking glad. Because nobody want to hear you talk about Scottie Pippen all damn day either.
I'm so tired of
See,
hearing
I
about
agree.
this.
I agree with this comment. I agree with this comment so much. This comment is it.
Yep. And about Lisa and her husband, this is why I preach to all my female friends all the time to if you get a man with money, please make something of your damn self. Because the way he was talking to her, oh my God, it makes one to be a housewife not good at all. Because like he basically undermined every damn thing that she had going on, like basically taking care of the damn kids when she like that ain't a full-time job itself.
It is.
Yeah. He does not like her.
And then the way them kids act, shit.
Them kids bad as hell. Bad.
But that's also the thing to him. That's also the thing to him. What are you doing full time? Because you want another nanny. So what are you gonna be doing? You're not gonna be doing that full time.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Botox full time. That's what she doing. Because there's nothing else going on.
And that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. You can tell that not Adriana, but Larsa definitely had just got her full rounds of Botox when this season started. You can tell their face was fresh, full of fillers and Botox, honey. You can tell. Oh, it hadn't even went down yet from the swelling at all.
Like, it don't look good, but it was freshly done.
Exactly. I told you they look like the stuff from the Cats movie now.
They all look like something because Marisol walking around looking like a used matchstick.
Oh God! And on that note, I'm leaning on now because I can't.
Okay. Thank you, Demisio.
Bye, Demisio. So good to see you.
Bye, y'all. You too.
All righty.
Maybe TKC's comments in the when you put them on the street have been taking me out tonight, baby.
TKC is
TKC is on fire.
This is my here. If Kanye can't send a cease and desist. Kim can't send one to Kanye. He can leave Bravo alone. It's very true, child. And it's crazy that this is all airing right now while they're going through their public issues because their divorce is like heading to the most negative space. It really is. And so this show, I feel like Kanye or Kim gonna say something. I just feel like
Kanye got a new girlfriend and still posts on his IG that he want Kim and his family back while having a new girlfriend. Girl, go ahead on.
All right.
I won't care neither.
What's going on, Lisa? What you got for us today?
Hey there. Yes, we were Larsa. Child, I'm gonna tell you something. Adriana can't talk, but don't you remember back in the day? Lisa Black said the best. You was married and you was kind of date the rich man. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot talk, okay? So you need to move on, like some people say. And I don't believe that comment. I don't believe that story about Kanye penis. Girl, please. You always tell me you know somebody did something, you ain't did nothing. Okay, come on now. And Lisa husband always been disrespectful for her. Even back in the season 2 and season 3, he was very disrespectful to her.
He didn't like her then.
So I don't know what's going on right there, but I guess this is the way to make her. I like her being. I like Lisa, but she had too much plastic surgery, baby. That's because your husband plastic surgery. That don't mean you need to be his amuse. Okay, take down this and because I mean, when she first came on the show several years ago, I thought she was a very attractive girl.
Lisa.
But now it's too much. Yeah, Lisa. I thought Lisa was a very attractive girl. But now she got too much plastic surgery. All of them got too much plastic surgery. Marisol, and I can't now stand that Marisol. Marisol need to go sit down somewhere. Oh my goodness, girl, please. Don't nobody got time for you, honey. Don't nobody got time for you. And I'm like, Nicole, I'm done. Nicole said, I'm done. She ain't got go out the door. I don't blame Nicole. Walk and say, I'm going over here. You stay over here, okay? I'm done with you. Okay, bye. I don't know why they brought her back because she bored. Mom talking about boring. She bored and anything else. I can't stand her. I couldn't stand her when she was on a couple years ago. I can't stand her name. I love the mom, but can't stand her ass though. The way she did Lisa Black.
Yeah, we love Elsa. We love Elsa.
I wish they'll bring Lisa Black back though, because Lisa said it out, baby. Dog. She get truth out of you, huh?
Leah stays in Beverly Hills now.
Huh?
Leah moved to Beverly Hills, so that's why she didn't come back.
Her and her husband with Beverly Hills.
Yeah, she would be quite good on that.
Cross on over.
Yeah, I mean, well, she need to go to that Beverly Hills. She need to. I think she should go to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because she was good on this show. She was good on Miami.
She was the queen bee.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just too much. And I mean, to me, now, I like the way they show that woman. She put on a fabulous show.
Oh yeah, Gertie's event.
She put on something. Now that's one of the ones I can say can put on an event.
Yeah.
Because some of them people, some of the housewives cannot put on an event where save their lives on it. Yeah. I don't know what event planner they using, but they need to go to her.
Because it felt like Housewives, didn't it?
It felt really grand. It was a really grand
moment. It was very beautiful. Everything was mixing well. And I do feel sorry for her brother and her nieces. I really do.
Yeah, that's sad.
I hope she made enough money. She said she told me to weigh $25,000. I hope she made $25,000. But it was a nice, like other than it, it was just like coming on. This is like crazy stuff. But I'm so much in loss of opinion. And I'm gonna tell you something. Larsa don't have to work. She married to an NBA player. She ain't gotta do nothing. All she gotta do is look fabulous. And she ain't gonna get married. She ain't gonna get married. You think she gonna stop them checks from coming in? She even stop them checks coming in, baby. I don't blame. That's what they tell you. Baby, if you get a rich man, you do decide to divorce him. Don't get married. Get your partner on the side. Don't get married. Keep them alimony checks coming in, baby. Keep them alimony checks coming in. I don't blame. She ain't got to do nothing. She gave that man 3 beautiful babies. 2 boys and a girl. Okay? That's it. She ain't got to do nothing else.
Yeah.
Now, her sex life is her business. You know what I'm saying?
Now, when they were filming,
this one thing I hate about people. Now, why can he go out and have all the women he wants, and she can have all the men she wants? I always say, baby, doll, if daddy can have a bimbo, mom can have her gigolo, okay? And that's
okay.
That's what I said it is.
Well,
I know.
Yeah. Love y'all.
Okay, thank you.
And I will see y'all next week, darling.
See you next week, Lisa. Thank you.
Love seeing you on the stage, Lisa.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Now, I know when the divorce just became final this past December. So while they was filming, she was still married to him.
Yeah, they was. Yeah, it was an ongoing battle.
On December 15th.
It was years because they filed for divorce, apparently. And I think they was trying to make it work. Then they filed.
It was in 18. She filed in 18.
Yeah, it was it's gonna last like 3 or 4 years now. So it's been a process. But hey, she seems to be happy now, child. She got a kid. You know, I got this old ass house, but hey, that's okay. So
wait,
go ahead.
Did we discuss sleeping with Michael B. Jordan allegedly?
That was it last week?
Just didn't care.
It didn't really. I mean, they were trying to figure out who was the person because she said it was MJ, and they were trying to figure out, but was it really Michael B. Jordan? Because personally, I don't know.
If it was, that hurt my heart that she said it wasn't all that, but I believe that too, allegedly.
I mean, look what we just got this week. We got a little Nelly, we got a little Fizz, and so I mean, with that being said. Personally, I don't think those was all that, but you know, hey, that's just my opinion. I'm about to stop.
Lil Fizz, that's his name. It was definitely a Lil Fizz. Fizzle.
To confirm, Adriana said that Kanye West is big. So
I believe it.
I'm gonna have to believe Adriana today.
I believe that.
Whole week I have been disappointed.
I believe it. Kanye carries that energy. I'm gonna give him that.
That's why he got that girl walking around him looking a plum fool.
Gertie said it on camera, Nelly wasn't so bad. Well, Demetrio, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Because I did. And on that note, we're going to lean out. Thank y'all for watching tonight. It's been a really good show. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Demetrio and Lisa for calling in today. Don't forget, of course, we're doing Salt Lake City on Mondays, New Jersey on Tuesdays, and Miami on Thursdays. But there is no episode of Salt Lake City this upcoming Monday. So we won't be here on Monday.
Much deserved break.
Yeah,
right.
What about Ladies Who List Atlanta?
Yeah, that's already up. Ladies Who Listen Atlanta's up, and then Drag Race will be up.
No, I'm saying, aren't you doing that? You doing that this Monday, right? Too? Don't you do that Mondays?
No, we do it on Wednesdays.
Oh, well, I don't know. It was Monday one time when you did it like right before Salt Lake City, right? One time you did it. Let me shut up, Chad.
Thank you, Danny.
Programming.
But yes, just know like I said, we have this show, we have Salt Lake City, we have Jersey. Ladies Who List, it's a Ladies Who List and Drag Race are not live shows. So those shows are uploaded later. That's why like I think Morgan was saying, or Miss Johns, or somebody else was saying like, why I didn't know about it being live. It's not live. Those shows are not live. Only the Housewives as of now. But yeah, so watch those shows. CKC. Oh, I know we gonna see you tomorrow, Tuesday, unless something happens. Something happened, child. We have a super lean on Monday, but as of right now, we off.
Bye,
I had to give you a break, chat. So yeah, have a good night.
We'll see y'all
everybody. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Danny, again. And
I'll see y'all too in the chat. In the chat group.
Have a good weekend, y'all.
Bye.